that started it all. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I want to thank y'all for tuning in as always. And again, like I always tell y'all, if y'all not subscribing, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like this video, drop a comment, share this video, tell a friend, tell a grandmother to come and join the fan, man, because y'all done stumbled across the right channel. And in today's video, I'm going to get into how I started reselling, and I'm going to give y'all some tips if y'all want to start reselling, and I'm going to give y'all the top 3 things to do to become a reseller or to be a good reseller, and what to do and what not to do. But anyway, let's get into this discussion. As you can see in the beginning of the video, I did show you the Jordan 11 cherries. Now, I showed this shoe because this is the shoe that I started reselling with. Now, I only started reselling because I really got into like sneaker buying spiral. Like I was just buying shoes, going crazy. Every shoe that released, I was getting it. So people started asking me like, bro, where you get them from? Bro, when them come out? Bro, how you get them early? How you do this? How you do that? So I was like, dang, I can use some of my connections and start selling shoes. Then I was buying from resellers, like all the early pairs I had, you know what I'm saying, all the old throwback pairs I was buying from resellers. So I was like, man, I got some little connections that I can use, you know, and I know some people that work as managers that could be some good backdoor players. So I put all that together and was like, forget it, I'm gonna start reselling. So let me tell you about my first experience. Bro, it's crazy. I know any reseller can probably vouch for this. It probably happened at least once in their beginning stages. Man, I met a dude on Offer Up, man. Big mistake. That's one of the rules that I'm going to go over. But anyway, I met a dude on Offer Up. He had a full size run in cherry 11's. So, being though I just started reselling, I don't know how to legit check. I don't know what I'm looking for in a fake shoe. So I'm thinking, dang, this is a deal of a lifetime. They ain't come out yet. He got a full size run. I just started reselling or thinking about reselling, so I'm amped up. I'm like, man, if I can get all these Jordan 11 cherries, man, I'll be looking sweet. I'll be looking better than any reseller for at least the beginning stage. So boom, I hit the dude up. Boom, he agreed to meet up. Bam, so we meet up. I get the shoe from him. I don't think, nope, I'm lying. I slightly had a feeling that they wasn't real because when I opened the box to one of the shoes, like a piece of paper came out with a number on it that said WhatsApp, but it flew away in the wind. Like it blew away as soon as I opened the box up. But I'm looking at the shoe and I really couldn't find no issues. Like they was so clean. Like whoever did them fakes did a great job. The only way I found out was later on when I went in the house. I just kept thinking like, man, he gave me too much of a good price. I think I got them for like $250 a piece. The men's pair, like the grade school, I got them for like $160 a piece. And I had like 15 pairs, something like that. I had a lot of pairs. So I'm like, nah, man, that was too good to be true. So I go, right? And then I go in the house. I'm like, man, let me check a pair of my Jordan 11s and see if they look the same. So I put it up next to my Jordan 11 Jubilee. So I'm inspecting these joints. I'm like, oh man, they still look cool though. Like the carbon fiber was looking good. Like everything was checking out. But the only thing I couldn't really go off was that bottom, because the Jubilees came with like a different type of, you know, translucent outsole. It was more like an off-white compared to the cherry 11s. They came with that, you know, that icy blue look outsole. So I couldn't really compare with that. So boom, I sit down for like another 20-30 minutes. I'm just sitting there. I'm like, dang, man, I just got an amazing deal on all these cherry 11s. So I'm like, man, no, I'm definitely gonna do some more business with him. So then I'm like, man, I'm definitely gonna do some more business with this dude, man. Like that was a come off. Like Then, like I say, I'm just starting to resell, so I'm like, man, I'm about to be looking sweet. I got the early pairs of the Jordan 11 cherries, man. But then I'm like, hold on, man. Let me check his temperature, man. Let me check his temperature. So I call this dude up. He answered the phone, which was a check. He checked when he answered the phone. I was like, he answered the phone. They probably ain't fake because he answered the phone. So I'm like, bro, I get the plan. Like, I took him to somebody to get him checked to make sure they was authentic. So I'm like, bro, man, you showing me these fake Jones, man. I just came from the, I don't know what store I told him. I'm like, yeah, I just came from such and such, and they checked the shoe for me, man. And they said these Jones ain't proper. So he like, nah, man, them Jones good. I'm telling you, man, them Jones good. Man, I got them Jones checked. They had they used the black light and everything. Them Jones good. So off the rip, I already knew. I'm like, okay, so I'm not getting my money back with these. So this about to be an L if they are fake. So I'm still hoping, like, I'm hoping they real, bro. I'm like, dog, I just spent so much bread on these joints. Like, I need these joints to be real. Like, they can't be fake. Like, you know when you got that feeling, like you just know something, but you just hope that it's not true. Like, you just like, nah. So that's the type of feeling I had. But anyway, boom. This is what I ended up doing. Sneakers had did a shock drop for the Cherry 11s. I had hit on a 6.5. So I waited like a day and the shoe came in. Boom. So when the shoe came in, now I had an actual Cherry 11 to put up against his Cherry 11s. So then when I put it up against it, everything was still checking out. So I'm like, man. So now I'm back in there feeling like, damn, dog, I came off. Like, I got all these Cherry 11s, they ain't come out yet. Like, I just started reselling them. About to look sweet. I'm on Whatnot. So if y'all know what Whatnot is, it's an app where you can live stream and sell shoes, clothes, Pokemon cards, coin collection, vintage clothing, whatever you want to sell. If they got that category, you can go live and auction it off. And I used to be a seller on Whatnot. So I'm like, dang. And I just started on there around this time. So I'm like, dang, I just started Whatnot. I got these unreleased Cherry 11s. Like, man, I'm about to be looking sweet. So, boom. I'm like, man, matter of fact, I'm about to leave out. I get in the shower. I'm like, man, I'm about to throw these joints on, man. I know sneakers just did the shock drop, so it's going to be other people probably selling pairs or wearing their joints. So I'm like, shit, I'm about to wear mine. Boom. So I take a 10.5, which is my actual size. I put the joint on. Man, the joint fit like a 9.5. My feet was like balled up in them. I'm like, hold up. I had to recheck the size. I'm like, this a 10.5? So it was a 10.5. So I ended up having to put on 11.5. But this is where I caught. This is where I found out that they was actually fake. Boom. So when I'm putting on this 11.5, right? I'm gonna show y'all on this Cherry 11. So right here, where this tongue part at, on his jumps, it was split. Like, it was split right here. You can see the cotton inside the tongue. So I'm like, nah, man, I know I ain't tripping, man. Jordan 11s don't come like that. It comes stitched all the way down like this pair. Like, it's stitched all the way to the bottom. It's all the way stitched. So I'm like, it's not supposed to be ripped open. So I'm like, man, he got me. So then I get to looking at videos. You know how you ever got hit with a fake, so you go right on YouTube and check the real versus fake video. So boom, I'm on there watching. Man, I watched that joint probably like 15 times. Watched like 5 different joints. So, cause I'm still telling myself, man, these not fake, bro. I spent so much money. I'm like, bro, these not fake. Like, they gotta be. I was gonna make this shoe be real. So I'm like, dang, man. So I'm like, man, I just took this L, man. Let me try to call this dude. So I try to call him. Now he not answering the phone. So I'm like, yeah, he got me. So I go back on offer and I go in under, another account. And he had lost and founds too. So I'm like, all right, let me try to, message him and buy these lost and found from him, get back up on him and try to get my money back. Boom. So he talked to me about the lost and found. He didn't know it was me. So he write me back. Long story short, we never meet up. So I end up getting stuck with 15 fake pairs of Jordan 11 Cherry. But I ended up getting them off though because I had somebody that didn't mind, you know, having fakes. I don't know what he was gonna do with them. Wasn't really my issue. He wanted them, so I sold them to him. But anyway, yeah, man, that's my beginning story of me starting to resell. So with that being said, first tip for anybody that wants to start reselling, make sure you learn how to legit check before you start buying shoes. Don't do it after. Don't do it in between, because you might get hit with some fakes. And I know a lot of resellers in their beginning stages, they got hit with fakes. They probably still catch some fakes nowadays. So it's not like it don't happen. But you're going to want to learn how to legit check first before you start going and buying shoes from people, because you don't want to have the same problem that I had, because I was stuck with them shoes for probably like almost a month. I had like 15 pair of, you know, fake Jordan 11 Cherries. And another thing, learn how to learn the smell of a real shoe, because right before I sold them to the guy that wanted them, I smelt the shoe, and the smell was like a nail salon. Like it had like a real strong glue smell that went past me in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Because I never thought to smell a shoe. You dig what I'm saying? So if you want to start reselling, make sure you learn how to legit check first, because I didn't, and it definitely, you know, took an L. But you know, I dealt with it, got past it, moved past it, and I'm here now. Tip number 2, make sure that selling shoes is not your only income, because sometimes you are going to get stuck with shoes. People may tell you they want them, then they going, once you get them, they're not going to buy them, they're not going to answer back. That happens all the time. So you want to make sure that it's not your only income. You don't want to be spending your last on some shoes and then can't get them off. Now you broke and you just looking crazy. So tip number 2, make sure you have some type of different income than selling shoes. Tip number 3, don't buy any shoe. Don't buy anything. Try to buy what people like. Don't just run around and just buy up everything, because I also did that myself in my beginning stages of reselling. I was running around. Like once I sold my first shoe on Whatnot or to a person, whatever it was, once I sold my first shoe, it was like I was just going crazy. I was like, oh my God, like I can sell shoes. So I was running around just buying up all the shoes, buying any shoe I get my hands on, like copying every release, buying, overpaying for early pairs. Like I was just going crazy because, like, I don't know, it was like an adrenaline rush when I sold that first shoe. So you want to make sure you watch what you buy, pay attention to the market, pay attention if there's some room to make money, because sometimes shoes can be, it could be a great shoe, but it don't really, there's not really no room for money to be made on some of these shoes, because it be like, how can I put it? When it's a large GR, like a general release, when it's a large release, it's gonna make the market go down because it's not hard for other people to get the shoe. So therefore, you can't charge a certain price if they can walk right in the store and get it, if you understand what I'm saying. So watch what you buy, man. Make sure you don't run around just buying every shoe, buying up every release. Pay attention to the market. Make sure you check the stocks on how many pairs it's going to be, because that'll let you know how much resale value it'll be if the shoe is limited. If it's a limited shoe and a lot of people won't be able to get them, forget if everybody like them or not. If it's a limited shoe, you might have them 1 or 2 people that did want them but couldn't get their hands on them, but you could. So you got to make sure you pay attention to that. Tip number 4, when you do these meetups to sell your shoes, make sure you meet in a public place. Make sure you meet somewhere where eyes can be on you, somebody is always watching, or somewhere where you feel safe, because we do live in a crazy world where anything can happen. You can meet somebody that don't have the money, that's trying to take your shoes, or whatever the case may be. Don't go to no hostile areas trying to sell your shoes. Meet up in a safe place where you feel safe and where the customer can feel safe also. And always check your money. I prefer doing Cash App, Zelle, or any other type of card or bank transfer. Therefore, you won't have to worry about fake money or rip money or somebody balling up the money, not giving you all your money. So that's what I would prefer. Meet up in a safe place. Ask for Cash App or Zelle. If they got cash and you trust them, or if you feel like you're in a safe enough place, take cash. But other than that, offer something else first, like Cash App, Zelle, or any other type of bank transfer before you jump straight to cash. Tip number 5, make sure you offer your customers pre-order. Therefore, you won't run into the problem of people telling you a day before, maybe a week before, even a month before that they want this specific shoe, and then you stuck in your head like, alright, my peoples did hit me, or this guy did hit me and say he wanted a size 13. Then you run and get the 13. Then you call him, he ain't answering, or you like, oh bro, I ain't got the money yet, I'm gonna have it Friday. So to avoid that, you do pre-orders where people put down half the money, and then once you get the shoe in hand and you give it to them, or whenever you let them know you got it, however you want to work it out, then they pay you the other hand to receive their shoe. That will help you avoid buying shoes for no reason, because some of these stores, matter of fact, I'm going to say this next one for the next tip. But yeah, make sure you offer pre-order for your customers or for your potential customers, and therefore that right there builds trust, loyalty, and confidence in your customers once they see that they can pay their pre-order and that you're going to get their shoe and make sure that they get it. So therefore, you got a happy customer and they always going to come back to see you. Tip number 6, make sure you pay attention to which stores you're going to buy your shoes. Even if you got a guaranteed buyer, sometimes people back out and you can't really, get mad at them. Anything can happen where they can lose their money, don't want the shoe no more. They might have woke up themselves and went to the store and got it. So make sure you pay attention to which stores you buy from, because certain stores on release days, you cannot return that shoe. You can't return it for money, store credit, none of that. It's a final sale. Certain stores like Snipes, for instance, when Snipes do first come, first serve on release days, when you buy that shoe, you cannot bring it back. You can't bring it back a month later, a year later, 2 days later, the same day, none of that. It's a final sale for any retro release. So make sure you pay attention to which stores you buying your shoes from, just in case you get stuck with it, you'll be able to take it back. Stores like JD, Foot Locker, Athlete's Foot, Downtown Locker Room, all stores like that. Right now, the only store I know that don't accept them back, my knowledge, is Snipes. So make sure you pay attention to that, because you don't want to get stuck with a shoe and then end up having to sell it for lower than what you got it for. Because I'd have been stuck doing that a lot of times, stuck with a shoe for so long. I'm like, look, just forget it. I don't even want my money back. I just want something. I just want to get some type of money off of the shoe because I was stuck with it. So make sure you pay attention to that. Tip number 7, always make sure you keep track of what you have and what you have sold. And this is called inventory. Make sure you keep track of all your products, whatever you sell. I don't care if it's a calculator, to a shoe, to a TV. Make sure you keep all of your inventory up to par. Make sure you know what you got, what you sold, how much you sold it for. Therefore, you can know if you're making money or if you're losing money or if you even had any type of profit. Because I done found myself stuck a lot of times buying 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, probably 10 pairs of shoes, and then selling them but not keeping track of how much I paid and how much I made. So I don't know if I made money or not. I just know that I got some money in my pocket, but it could have been a waste of time. It could have been a waste of time, but I wouldn't know because I didn't keep track of my inventory. So make sure you keep track of your inventory, know what you have or what you plan on getting, how much you got to spend, how much you charging, and what profit you trying to make off of those certain items. Tip number 8. Now, this is a new tip only because this has just started. Make sure when you buying multiple shoes, make sure you use a different card. Make sure you use a different account. Even if you use an account, say you go in JD and you got a JD account, and you want to use your $20 coupon when you save $20 on a specific shoe. If you use your account to buy a size 8.5 let's say in a Panda, and you use your $20 discount, and you want to buy another shoe, the same shoe, another Panda, just don't use your account. You don't have to use your account when you purchase a shoe. They ask you, what's your account, or do you have an account, or do you have a phone number? Just tell them no, so it won't go up under your same account, because they are trying to stop resellers for some reason. I don't really understand it. Everybody got their own hustle, and as long as the store is selling their shoes, I don't really understand why they coming for resellers. But just make sure that y'all watch y'all accounts and how many pairs of shoes y'all buy on that specific account, even when it comes to the sneakers app. Because you gotta remember, when you first create that account on the sneakers app, they ask you for your size. So if they see you, when you created your account and you a 9.5, or you put a 9.5, and they see you going after a 10.5, 11.5, an 8, like they're gonna pay attention to that, because your account say 9.5. So you gotta make sure you're on top of your game, because you don't wanna get your accounts banned. You don't wanna lose exclusive access, because all of that type of stuff come in handy for resellers. Because if you can walk into JD and save $20 on a $180 shoe, and now it's $160 plus some tax, and you're gonna sell it for $230, that's more profit than selling it if you got it for $180 and selling it for $230 or $240, whatever you choose to sell it for. So always keep that in mind. Pay attention to your accounts and what shoes you buying, because you don't want to get banned in your account, or get your access ungranted. Tip number 9, create a face. And what I mean by that is create a brand. Come up with a nice, a nice catchy name, or a nice catchy quote, when people will want to come shop with you, want to come see who you are. You got to build a brand. You got to build a face for yourself, because at the end of the day, nobody else is going to be controlling your business but you. So you want to come with good ethics. You want to treat your customers nice. You want to always be reliable, man, and come up with a nice, not even a nice, just come up with a, decent name, little catchy name, whatever type of kicks, sneaker this, sneaker that, whatever you want to come up with. But just make sure you rock your brand with pride, and that's all I can say, man. Just come through, come with confidence, man, and don't give up. Tip number 10, the last tip. Stay focused, stay down, remain humble, don't give up, be patient, because when you first start reselling, it's just like anything else. It's just like trying to sell anything else. You're going to start from the bottom. Nobody not going to know who you are. They not going to trust buying shoes from you. They not going to know if your shoes real. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be hard to get multiple pairs. Like, you're going to go through a lot. It might get overwhelming, but you got to understand that that's what it come with. You got to stay down, be patient, and let it happen. With that being said, that's my 10 tips for reselling. And I told y'all how I started reselling. I still resell to this day. I've been slowing up a little bit because we really ain't had no good drops. Like, I want to sell something where I can make some money off. I'm not just going to buy it, and just try to sell it. That's not me. So I've been slowing up lately until probably the holidays, when we get some real good releases. But other than that, yeah, that's my 10 tips. So if you want to become a reseller, man, make sure you watch this video. Make sure you take down some tips. Subscribe to the channel, turn your notification bell on, because I will be coming with more tips. And if you got any questions, put them down in the comment section down below, and I will answer your questions. But anyway, good luck to anybody that want to start reselling. It's actually not a bad thing to do, but like I said in the beginning, make sure that it's not your only income, because you don't want to get stuck with a lot of shoes and no money. So make sure you got some type of hustle or some type of job on the side of you reselling. And like I said, stay confident, keep your head up, don't give up, don't get discouraged. And I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, man. Yo.